Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another Smash 4 set with a ring! Get hyped! Anyhow, this time it is versus, I almost said Woo. No, this is versus Wuv, fittingly playing a Jigglypuff. Why aren't you wearing the Nurse Joy cap? That would be like Brock Wuv right there. Anyhow, this is Arim on Enter's Ladder, best of 3 versus a apparently Jigglypuff main going by the name of Wuv. Wuv. Woo Wuv. Marriage is what brings us together. Yay. Okay, sorry, actually getting to the set here and completely forgetting the Princess Bride references. Wuv is actually doing pretty well here, keeping both of them at a very equal percentage, although Wuv was at a 20% advantage just a bit ago. Arim now at 70%. Wuv could get a rest off here and it would kill. Not that you would want to do that, as this is an Enter's Ladder player, they might not go for the rest nearly as much just with how unsafe it is. If you don't get the star KO, then you might not recover out of the rest before the other player gets a chance to just come in and do some massive damage. But Wuv has been able to get a lot of damage off an Arim, speaking of damage, and Arim is already at 95% as Wuv just goes in there and just tries to oh my goodness. Jigglypuff with all these aerials is just ridiculous. Like, I don't play against Jigglypuff very often, but let me tell you, it usually looks something like this. I just get juggled around the field. It's ridiculous. Arim with a well-placed counter right there, but Wuv apparently whiffed their attack, so that didn't work out for Arim. As Wuv just continues flying across the stage with the bears and the dares and the bears and the... Well, Jigglypuff just proving how floaty she is. Goodness gracious, just flies off the stage while Arim sits comfortably at 139%. Not a very comfortable percent. I just felt like saying that he was sitting there comfortably, because it's funny and it's ironic and like my jokes. Wuv is already at 43% and they are struggling to find a way to kill Arim. At this percentage, I'm not gonna pretend I know what would kill a Jigglypuff. I don't know Jigglypuff. I think an up smash would kill. Up smash seems like a reliable move on Jigglypuff. Although, Wuv just bides their time until Arim is just barely off the stage and is able to get a forward air kill right there. Goes in with a pound, some nairs, a dash attack. That wasn't a nair, that was a forward air, wasn't it? I seem to have trouble telling forward airs from nairs in this game. It's just a thing. I've done it with Cloud, I've done it with Ike, and now I'm doing it with Jigglypuff. Those were definitely forward airs, though. I'm sure of it. That was a back air. I'm spending my time trying to figure out which one it is. If there's any time for Wuv to try and rest, it is now. Wuv, this is your Well, Wuv did not get off the rest, but Arim countered, so that would have definitely been death for the Jigglypuff either way. So that takes us to game 2. Let's go ahead and see if Wuv is going to switch characters for a counter pick. No, Wuv decides to stay Jigglypuff, but takes them to Smashville. Very interesting stage choice. Not exactly sure how this benefits Jigglypuff. Once again, I do not know the character very well, but Ike definitely benefits from staying on Battlefield. I would say close combat is a nice time for Ike. I think I've talked about that before, so I don't need to go into continuous details. Actually, Arim managing to keep their percentage very equal, despite this being Wuv's stage counter pick. Once again, just very interesting that they would choose this stage. I'm not exactly sure what the thought process behind it was. No one going for the balloon. You guys have failed me as far as the balloon meta goes. How would you just miss the balloon like that? But once again, both of them sitting at a very equal percentage as Arim tries hitting with an up smash, doesn't quite land it though, as Wuv is just able to continue going in with all of these aerials all over the place. Arim trying to place his counter again. At that percentage, it might have even killed if Wuv had been on the other side of him. Actually, well, I mean, Jigglypuff is just very floaty, very light, very easy to kill. But okay. I know I said, like, yes, rest is not always the... Hey, you hit a balloon. 1 point for Wuv as far as balloon goes. Balloon goes. But anyhow, as I was saying, I'm kind of surprised that Wuv hasn't gone for a rest at all. If Arim makes it to the second stock, I could definitely see Wuv going for a rest. I mean, yes, rest is hard to hit, and if you don't land it, you're dead. But that aside, I don't know. It just seems... Okay, so they're 1-1 in the balloon meta, and 1-2 as far as stocks go. Let's get back to the actual match and have me not keep talking about a character I don't play and barely fight against and really couldn't tell you anything about if I tried. Can't even identify their Nair. Anyhow, both of them sitting at 0% second stock, Wov playing very, very carefully and very smartly, making sure to hit Arim to his death before even taking any damage. Once again, both of them sitting at 9 equal percentages, as Wov was able to get off a nice little string right there, taking Arim up to 39%, and Wov just sitting pretty at 26%. Oh my goodness! And that is going to be the end of Arim's stock, as Wov takes him so far off the stage, he had absolutely no way to recover. Even if he'd gone for the side B there, he would not have been able to charge it up long enough to make it back to the stage, so that was definitely very well played on Wov's part, just taking off the stage. And we are now taking it to Town and City. I'm not even sure these are actually their counter picks anymore. They might just be going through a list. It's just a default list. And they went 1-1 as far as the balloon meta goes last round. Just saying, I hold the balloon meta in the highest ranks of importance, just above the color change meta, or the costume palette meta. Very good stuff. Anyhow, both of them sitting at exactly the same percentage, as both go pretty much with the strategy they've gone for all set. Wov going in for a bunch of aerials, while Arim is still trying to find a way to reliably counter them. Tries going in for a forward air, but isn't able to... Forward air? That's a forward smash. He's on the ground. He is grounded. You can't hit a move that requires you to be in the air when you're not in the air. Fun fact of the day. Arim trying to hit with a counter again. Doesn't work out that time. Counter hasn't seemed to work out since the first game at all. And Wov is able to just continue pummeling Arim with all of these aerial moves, just going in. Arim, though, able to hit with the counter and recover, as he was high enough above the stage for the counter's end lag to just wear off before he had to go for the recovery. So pretty good play by him, but it doesn't end up mattering too much, as Wov almost has him at a kill right now. Goes in for a very good side smash read, taking Arim's first stock and letting Wov stay not too comfortably at 98%. I keep wanting... I'm too used to Arim fighting normal to heavy characters, not very used to seeing him fight floaties. I definitely need to keep in mind that floaties float. And oh! Wow, before I could even get back to commentating the actual match, Wov goes for that much requested rest that I've been asking for this whole match. Definitely very well placed by Wov right there. So let's see, the down B counter for that round was 2 for Arim, 2 landed counters for Arim, and 1 landed rest for Wov. I don't even know why I'm keeping count of all these things. They popped 2 balloons in total, 1 for each of them. I don't know why I'm keeping track of these once again. But anyhow, highlight of the set, definitely the rest at the end. I literally asked for it over and over again. I was like, come on, man, give me a rest. I want to see that rest. And then we got a rest. So that is just how that goes. Maybe that was just some seriously long-term commentator's curse. I don't even know. Anyhow, I certainly hope you enjoyed this set. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Subscribe, because there will be many more like it, I am certain. And leave a comment down below with your own highlight of the set, if there was something I missed, like a 0 to death or something, as I seem to consistently miss the hypest of things, like 0 to deaths. Although it didn't last set. You can't call me out on that one. Anyhow, once again, certainly hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you very much for doing so. Until next time, Golden Warrior, signing out.